Welcome back, guys. I'm here with a good friend, my friend Amanda. How are you doing today, Amanda?
Good. How are you guys doing today?
Welcome to Talks with Big Los special guest, Amanda. See, we've been having this episode planned for how long?
A couple weeks now.
A couple weeks. We talked about it before I even launched it. Um, there I go with that. Trying to get everything set in stone, trying to get our topics together. Later in this episode, we will both be sharing stories that we want to get out there, and that we want everybody to just know more of our vulnerable selves and get to know us a little more on a personal level. How do you feel about that?
Scared.
Well,
No, I'm excited.
that's good. Don't feel scared.
They're raw subjects. Grief is hard to talk about, hard to bring up.
It is. So today's episode is on grief. We both are dealing with something that has happened to us that hurt us very deeply. We both lost loved ones. Not sure when you lost yours. If you want to tell the year.
If we're going with Lou, I lost him in 2023. So actually, 3 weeks, March 3rd, will be his third year anniversary being gone. But like we were talking about earlier, a year before that, I lost my grandmother to liver cancer. And then just a year after Lou, I lost my other grandma to ovarian cancer. And she was my best friend.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
I'm here. You are very strong.
Thank you.
I personally, until we had a conversation before this, I would have never known that you lost three people close to you in that short amount of time. So that is.
I put on a good face.
You do. Very, very good face. I lost my aunt actually on Christmas of last year. So that was my godmother as well. So she was a very big part of my life. I can't wait to tell a great story about her. I lost my grandfather in November of 24 or some 24, I believe, yeah.
Same side.
Different side. That was on my father's side. My grandfather was on my father's side. My aunt was on my mom's side. My grandfather, he was in the, I always get this wrong. He was in the Navy, I want to say. So he was, fighting for the country. Didn't really have much of a relationship, but whenever we were around each other, it was good times. He loved me, I loved him. And I had lost a cousin of mine, I want to say like 4 years ago. Again, somebody who has helped me through tough times, has helped me get through like depression. Again, we'll talk about stuff like that a little bit later. But we just wanted to give you guys a clear understanding of this episode. Let's talk about your day today. How was your day?
It was pretty easy actually.
That's good. How was work? How was work?
Just had a few phone calls to make, emails to answer, and that was it. Really just anticipating this.
That's good. I was off, so I laid around all day. I laid around all day. Got up and got ready for this. This is a couple hours of us just anticipating recording this.
Chilling.
Because one, we don't like to record ourselves. We hate it.
I hate my voice.
Me too. And just talking, getting more of an understanding on the topics that we have chosen to talk about today. And yeah, give you guys a backstory. I met Amanda at a bar.
Good old Ophelia's. Cheers to that.
Cheers to Ophelia's. Great venue in upstate New York, Albany. Music, great bartenders, great food service as well. Can we talk about the food there? Food there is amazing. But I've known you Like a year now?
A little
A
over
little,
a
a
year?
little
A
over.
little over a year now.
It's crazy how time flies.
That is a fact.
Before that, I wasn't doing this. And I still wasn't doing this when I met you. I just sprung it on everybody, and everybody was like, oh, finally. But yeah, are you ready to talk?
Yeah, you go first.
I'll go first. Topic today, grieving. I'm still grieving over the loss of my aunt. She was a very cornerstone part of my life. She was a second mother to me. You know, she helped raise me. She took the role as a godmother. So that means whatever my mom couldn't do, she was there.
Very involved.
Very involved. She loved all my pictures, my modeling pictures. Every time I posted something, she made sure she was commenting with those, those gifts. How
How those older people do the
no shade to you older people, but yeah, I do be overdoing it
a little bit.
sometimes.
Sometimes embarrassing, but we love y'all.
We love you guys. Continue to support, but just minimize it. But yeah, she always made sure to comment, and every time I talk to her, we just pick up right where we left off. At her service, I had, told a story that I didn't tell anybody before, but when I don't know how old I was, but I was always infatuated with like SpongeBob growing up. I know it's a cringe thing to say.
Hey, I love me some SpongeBob.
Krusty Krab,
Pizza is the pizza, for you and
SpongeBob
me.
So I had the snow cone maker, and everything else SpongeBob. She took it on her own, and she had it in her closet. And this was a point where I was always staying at her house every weekend. She would come and get me. She had a room set up for me when I was there. Like, and my Uncle Chris, shout out to him. I love you guys both. Rest in peace, TT. LaRonda, I'm going to tag you in this. Hope you're having fun up there, partying.
They are.
You better be drinking that Coors Light, too, because that was her favorite beer. But yeah, she took me on a tour of her closet, and she had every single thing in there. Every single thing. The snow cone maker, it was like a light, like a lamp thing. Plug-in lamp thing. It had glitter all over it. I'm horrible at explaining things. I really don't know how to explain that as just a lamp thing, and it had spiral things at the bottom. And she just had everything else from that birthday party, and she made sure to let me know that she was there and that anything I needed, I could ask her. If my mom couldn't do it, she made sure to do it.
Sounds like she went above and beyond for you.
She did. We were her kids, like me and my siblings and my cousins and everybody. I don't want to say it, but she made us her kids, you know. So, and she had a stepdaughter. She loved her so much. She raised her, helped raise her, and devoted her life to not only my uncle, her husband, but family. She was a woman who loved God. Like, I remember before we went to bed, she made sure we kneeled on the side of that bed and we said a prayer, no matter what. Even if she was sick, didn't feel good, was tired, was cooking all day, cleaning, she made sure she had a Bible scripture to read. Or even if not that, she had a prayer in mind. That's one thing about her. She made sure my uncle was always okay. She made sure her mother was always okay. Her sisters always okay. Brothers always okay. And most importantly, her kids slash nieces and nephews and her stepdaughter always okay. We never had to feel like we were a burden to ask her for something.
She was the rock.
She was. She was the glue that solely held my mom's side of the family together.
I get that.
And without her, we are kind of struggling. This is a vulnerable moment. Family, if you get mad, I don't care. I don't care. I'm telling. But she was the glue to the family. And I sleep, I hear her obnoxious laugh. Like, I hear her throughout the day, her obnoxious laugh. I love it. I miss it. I wish it wasn't in my head, because
Keep that. Take advantage of that. Don't say
I,
that.
yeah,
It's gonna go away one day.
it's gonna go away one
you're
day.
gonna be wishing it did not.
The only reason why I wish that it wasn't in my head is because it was way too soon. She was only, mom, you can comment down below, like 51 or 52. I think 51 because my mom is, sorry, mom, you're 50. Yes.
You can't be calling out women's ages like that.
I'll edit that out. But, yeah, she was 51. She was very young.
What was the cause of death?
Just a tragic accident.
So sorry.
Slight overdose. But it wasn't like she wasn't suicidal or anything. It was a solely freak accident. She had just had
Boy, I understand. I
yeah,
get it.
she had hip surgery, I believe, like 2 days prior, or like somewhere within a week span of that. So they gave her medicine and stuff like that. So she could have been still coming down from most of that medicine, and something like that. Doctors try to make sure you don't feel it. So she wasn't like a person like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She took what she needed to that night, and she went to go, like, get up, and, like, it happened. Sorry, guys. Yes, we already let you know it's vulnerable. I'm going to be vulnerable and let what I know. No, I'm not saying anything bad. So there you go. Yes, so it was a total freak accident. And it was on Christmas. Thank you. It was on Christmas, which, I had cooked. I had cooked a nice meal. I was relaxing in bed, and I got that call. But I missed the 2 phone calls. So my sister had reached out to me and let me know, and I immediately was like, "What? Like, stop playing with me. Like, that's not joking matter." And she was like, "I'm not joking with you." Like, yes. So I immediately got up from my bed. I had took an Uber to my mom's house, and then me and my sister, she picked me up. We drove now mind you, from my house to my mom's house is like 20 minutes. From my mom's house to my aunt's house was another 40, like almost an hour drive. So, and it was like, I want to say around 8 o'clock at night. So we rushed. Thank God we got there in time, to see her and say goodbye. That's the one thing I am grateful that I did, because
That's a lot. That means
yeah,
a lot.
yeah, it took a lot out of me. And then a couple weeks later, I don't remember the day. It was the past couple weeks have just been a blur for me because I've just been working to keep my distraction. That's one of the major parts of my grieving, is to keep myself distracted, because I don't want to think about that, because it hurts every time. Then I start crying, and I know it's okay to cry. It is. But
not even is it okay to cry, just even on that, who's now been going through grief for 3 years now. And I tried all of that, the distraction, the not feeling, the numbing, self-medicating, all that to not feel. It took me way too long to realize you got to feel it. And, like, delayed grief is such a real thing. And that's just what you're doing to yourself, babe. And everyone has to learn for themselves, which I totally get. But just speaking from what I did to myself, like, I just started letting myself feel this shit, like, 2 years after. And you got to do what you got to do.
Right.
Trust me. But feel that shit.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to feel that shit. Even if you just schedule it out of your day to sit with your feelings. Just and talk to people like me. Like, I had no idea that was, the background of the situation. And when I start telling my story, you're going to see how much that we can relate on that.
Right. Just like the other day, I was cleaning. And this was, I want to say, Saturday. I was cleaning. And then, like 3 days prior, she had came to me in my dreams 2 nights in a row. I didn't even, first of all, this is a story that not only the close ones, but like my mom and everybody, this is the first time I'm telling them that. She came to me in my dream 2 nights in a row. And I sat there, I talked to her. I don't know if I was talking out loud in my sleep or not, but like I'm talking to her. And, she's telling me she's very proud of me to keep going. Don't stop doing what I'm doing at all because, I would be like, I'm not going to do that. I can't do that. And I would just let the thoughts, not things, but like the thoughts in my head, like stop me from publishing episodes like this. I would get in my head and then I would just, ooh, sorry doggy. I would just wouldn't put no effort into it. And then like also my modeling career. Once that's hard. I'll get into that for a little bit. You do a photo shoot, it has to have a concept. And I got into this a little bit last episode. But you do a photo shoot, you have a great concept. And if you're like me, you lose inspiration fast. You have a great idea in your head.
Yeah, I guess that too.
You have everything there. And then when you go to look at the next step, you're like, oh, what's the next thing? But she told me to keep going and to keep doing what I'm doing. And that I'm not going to fail. It might take a while to get to where I want to be.
What'd you just say? She told you to
keep going. Hey, she got the tattoo. Keep going.
put it on my arm.
And see, it was meant for this episode to come out.
Coming together.
But and I sat there cleaning, and I just kept talking to her. The obituary pamphlet that you got the. I don't know what you call those.
I don't either, but if you go into my room, you'll see them all over my wall.
You can see the doggy, guys. This is who we're talking to on the side. But I sat there multiple times talking to her, and then I just put one of her favorite songs on, and the tears just started coming, and I'm like, so I took like 30 minutes, let that happen, and then I just continued cleaning and kept talking to her.
That's healthy as fuck, dude. You're way ahead of schedule, so.
And it's hard because I'm not used to talking to her through a piece of paper or in my head or in my mind. We would text each other here and there, call. But I know if I call her phone now, I'm going to talk to my uncle. But I won't hear her. So, I'm just grateful that I have her voice around me. Grateful that I still have, like I said, my uncle, who I can talk to and feel her presence around him. Because they were married for, I want to say, well over 20 years. Yeah, over 20 years.
That's everything. I mean, when you have those people that were also deeply connected, that's when you feel your loved one's presence the most.
Yeah. So,
you can't get that anywhere else. Keep them close.
I will. I gotta go see him soon. That's just far out there. He could come see me.
Where he at?
Johnstown.
Kind of up my way.
Yeah. Maybe we'll take a trip up there.
I love a good road trip.
But yeah, that's a little bit of that story.
And I'm sorry, how long ago was that? Very recently.
Yeah, this was literally on Christmas.
This past Christmas.
2025.
Wow, you're doing really good.
I try. I try. You know, I have my days where it just weighs on me so much that I just want to sleep. And thank God it be most of the days where I have off. So I could just lay in bed or go to the couch and lay down, watch TV. You know, he comes home and joins, or we just go out, do something. He's been very helpful with, the process
I'm
of.
glad that you have that support. That support is
Yeah, me too. And
huge.
then I still have, like, I talked to my cousin, who was also close, very close with her. I just got off the phone with her earlier today. I was like, you got to send me every picture you have of her. And I will post some pictures of her at the end of this video so you guys can see my lovely aunt. But she sent me every single picture that she had of her.
And what was her name?
LaRonda.
LaRonda. Aunt LaRonda.
TT, we love you. Please be up there drinking. But yeah, that's a little bit more of that. I will get into a little more of that. We'll go back. We'll jump, back and forth to a little bit of at a time, so we don't get flustered and over.
No, and like as
stimulated.
you'll see, there's a lot of similarities and things that we can connect on and
Right.
elaborate more on.
Yeah.
Definitely heavily with the unexpected tragedy aspect of it and not being prepared in the slightest. We will definitely relate on that.
Ooh, sorry for the vaping, guys. I got to. You guys want to? This is a free space.
Let us do what we gotta do.
This is a free space. This is very sensitive topic, so we have to be able to slide through it. And not really slide through it, because also this is therapy for us. I just butchered that word so bad.
No, it's therapy. That's what I said to you. I think I thought that this would be therapeutic for me.
And
talking to people who actually understand and can relate to you is therapy. Because there's so many people out there that have no idea about real loss like that.
Right.
And it's hard to talk to those people sometimes.
And then also, this will help others who don't know really how to grieve. Nobody really knows how to grieve. I don't know how to grieve. You don't know how to grieve. Nobody really, there's no proper way to grieve.
And that's it. There is no proper, everyone is on their own timeline. And don't ever tell somebody when it's time to stop grieving that I will cut you for. Everyone's on their own timeline. Everything takes time. And that's one of the things I wanted to say to you, because yours is so fresh. Like, you're just at the beginning of your journey, and it's going to be a ride. So, let yourself feel those feelings, and you might, take those days that you need to take to yourself, because those are the most important that I've learned. Yeah. You just need, and I hated, that was one of the things, because I'm such a busybody. I'm a worker. I have anxiety in general. So whenever I'm not doing anything, I'm like, what could I be doing? Yeah. And so I'm my own worst enemy. I'm hard as fuck on myself. Like, yeah, that's me. So I definitely get that out of you. So when we're like sitting still, we feel like we should be doing stuff, but it's in this time period, it is so crucial that we're not. And I'm just, like I said, 3 years into it, getting to the point where I'm starting to be more selfish and be like, no, fuck you. I can't. Yeah. Like, I need this time for myself. And that's all. That's going to help you heal.
Side note. Sorry to get off topic, guys, but I'm looking at this rug, and I think we have the same exact rug at the house.
Ollie's?
I got it from Lowe's.
Probably all the same shit.
But I'm going to take a picture when I get to the house and send it to you. It's like very similar, if not the same exact one.
That is twinning.
And I got a brown couch too. But yes. So I'll let you take the spotlight a little bit and slowly, ease into it.
All right. I'll give you a little background here. 2019, I would say. Yeah, I was 28. I was just finally establishing myself in my career.
Okay. And sorry to cut you off, what do you do so they can...
I'm a fiber optics engineer and project coordinator. I know for a lot of people that's like,
what?
What? But basically it's, fiber optics is the data that we run underground, aerial, all that stuff. I'm very, very lucky, thankful for my brother. We'll talk about him more. He got me into it. I started from the ground up collecting data.
Okay.
And then I learned, what to do with that data and how to build fiber path, different paths. Yeah. And I work for a company now. We have network all over the company, or all over the all over the United States.
That is fucking awesome. Yeah, that is incredible. What do you like? Other than collecting data, what do you want? Like, what does your job description, or like, what do you do on it?
So that was more before Lou, during Lou, which we'll get into in a second. I traveled all over the country, and I would do surveys. I would basically take pictures of telephone poles.
Okay.
Collect all the data I could from them. What companies are where on the telephone pole, all that stuff. And then I would come back to the office, put all that into the computer and into maps and stuff like that. And from there, I would be able to design a path for my company's fiber.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
That
it's like a puzzle. I've always loved it. But since Lou passed away, I've had to take a step back from traveling. That just really wasn't an option for me anymore. And I'm very lucky to be in the position that I'm in to have people that recognize that for me and were able to help me get into more of the role I am now, like project coordinating, permit specialing for everything that I was doing with fiber optics beforehand. Yeah, so anyway, it's a lot. But I was just getting started in that. I was doing really well. And then I was like, all right, I think, time for dating. I've never done, what are they all called? Tinder, Bumble.
She's talking about online dating.
Yes, that stuff. That was always terrifying to me. Just not my style.
If you don't mind me asking, which one did you find him on?
Facebook dating.
Out of all...
It was new. It was 2019. It was new. It was literally like the start of Facebook dating.
And this is no diss to anybody who uses dating.
Absolutely not.
There's no diss to anybody who uses dating websites or Facebook dating. But out of all of them, Facebook dating.
My thing is, all right. You really want to know? Tinder, all that shit. It's like just people that want to fuck, that are just trying, and that's not me.
Transparency. It is.
That's not my style. Okay. Like, I need to be comfortable with you. I need to get to know you. There's lots of different layers to me. And I was just like, all right, Facebook, well, there's a more mature crowd on Facebook. Right. Yep. And there were so many, like, different filters and things. And, I really wasn't taking it that seriously. But I was like, let me fuck around. So I made an account. And through those filters I was mentioning, you could, like, look and see who was in Facebook dating and who was in different, like, music groups that you liked.
Okay.
So I saw that he liked a bunch of the same music pages and stuff that I liked. So I sent him a like. A couple days later, he messaged me. Aww. First person I talked to, only person I talked to, got engaged, haven't done it again.
Really?
Yes. So shout out Facebook dating.
So he was your technical first? Or did you have, like...
What do you mean for technical?
Really?
My first, like, online dating person.
For, like, online, that was your first?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. He was the first person I talked to, and then after I met him, it was over with, so I've never had
And then you got engaged?
Yeah.
Oh, that was...
Things, moved super quick with us.
Like, did it feel, was it, like, at a natural, fast pace, or...
It's like...
Sorry, not to, like...
No, you're good. That's where I was going anyway. But it's like what you see in movies, and you think is just in movies, until you literally experience it, like I experienced it. Like, love at first sight. When you know. Like I said, I met him in 2019, right before the pandemic too. So that shit, like, yeah, we were just talking a few months into it, and then that shit happened, and he's like, "Do you want to move in?" Basically, went home, grabbed my dog, packed a bag. It was over.
Oh wow.
We're both engineers, so we both worked from home. So we worked through, like,
yeah.
I know COVID and the pandemic sucked for a lot of y'all, but I thrived during that shit. We thrived during that shit. It was one of the best times of my life because we were able to work. We literally worked home every day together in the same office room.
You got to know each other more.
Oh yeah, like, and things just, everything clicked. Everything. He meshed so well with my friends. Our parents hit it off. Like, it just, like I said, it was nothing I've ever seen before. It was, I knew pretty closely. Yeah, no, put that in there. Like, he was my soulmate, for sure.
Yes, we're drinking wine, guys. Nothing too bad.
Just a little champagne. And funny enough, he was only 10 minutes down the road from me.
Oh, wow.
This whole time, yeah. So anyway.
I know you guys are probably scared at that pour, but nonetheless, I'm a bartender. I know what I'm doing.
Bartender in training.
That is true. But the way them people
Nah, he definitely got it under control.
The way them people be having me run around that bar.
I be running around that bar sometimes.
You do. You do.
I've gotten iced more times than I can count.
A lot of people.
But that's right, because we'll do anything for Casey.
Queen Casey, we love you.
Shout out Ophelia's in general.
Shout out Ophelia's. We're going to shout out
a bunch of people
real quick. Shout out to Shane. He's the owner of Ophelia's. Shout out to TJ. He's one of the managers as well as Casey.
Best bartenders ever.
Best bartenders ever. So fun. They are so fun.
They're just so welcoming. Like, you feel right at home when you go in there.
If we're going to continue the bar crew, I work there too some days. So shout out me. Not really. Not
We're getting real off topic.
We are. But then also shout out to the cook in the kitchen. You can't leave him out. Alan. He cooks some amazing
A-Town.
Amazing ass food. But go ahead.
Well, I forgot
you guys were, just learning each other every day and.
Oh yeah, so like it was just, real quick. We fell deeply in love. He just checked all the boxes. Everything made sense.
Yeah.
We were engaged in 2 years. I had my whole, I did everything that I was grow up to see. Like my parents have been married. Shout out them. They'll be married like 44 something years or something next.
It is hard.
It's crazy. But that's what I grew up knowing, and that's what I wanted.
And it just, this. In this generation, it is hard.
That ain't happening anymore.
To keep a marriage in this generation.
A lot of people even now are like, oh, you're traditional? Like, you still want marriage? Blah, blah, blah. And yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Me personally, I would say yes. But if it doesn't go that far, as long as I know where me and my partner stands,
that's good.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? After a certain point of you being together anyway, you're technically, like, in the law married anyways. But who cares? It's just a piece of paper. Honestly. Really. At the end of the day. Yeah, the ring. You could buy as many rings for each other as you want throughout the relationship, however long it was. But most people just want it finalized. But you can finalize it in your heart.
But what's most people? Because I want that piece of paper, but I'm not like that.
But like most.
Because I want the tradition.
Other than like tradition.
I don't care about the tax write-off or the piece of paper or any of that.
And some people think
to claim my love in front of everyone that I love and that knows me.
Right. I understand that.
Which is completely different with this generation.
Yes.
I understand that.
Yes.
To each their own. Absolutely.
And it's. Sorry, damn. It is very hard to find people like that in this generation because we're just going to be honest. A lot of you guys just want to love somebody for a minute, and then
Mm-hmm.
once you're tired of them, throw them to the curb.
Or you just want to get laid. You're just
Or
a
you just wanna get
completely
laid.
different person. You put on this great act and this great show, and then when you realize or figure it out or do get it, it's done. Like the grass is always greener on the other side.
Yeah. And it's not always that situation.
But it's very rare. Like after when Lou passed, I was terrified of being single. Like it's fucking nuts out here. Good, like girls and guys, because there are decent guys out there, and I'm not even girls. Bitches be crazy.
Yeah.
Trust, I get that too.
Guys be crazy too.
Yeah, it definitely goes both ways, and it's so hard to weed through that. But keep doing it because your love is out there, and I'm still, even after the shit that I've been through, a huge supporter of love. Like, and I just want all my friends to find that love as well. And you should want that for yourself.
Yes, you should.
Never settle.
Never settle. You know, that is a very good topic because love also ties into grieving.
Absolutely.
Because if the loved ones that are around you, and we're gonna get back into your talk, but if the loved ones around you, if you're loving the wrong people and they're not doing what's best for you in a time of grieving, that's no good.
Well, that brings us right back into my situation in a minute, but that is such a true statement. And that shit, it doesn't matter family, how long you've known each other, anything. Like, it's actually wild. But yeah, we'll get down that road.
Yeah, you will.
So anyway, yeah, where was I at? 28, had it all right in front of me. You know, I did everything that I was taught to do or was supposed to do. I went to school, I got the career, I found the guy, I was planning the wedding. I had my whole future right in front of me, you know, as I would say, and as my whole family and Lou would say. Lou is my past fiance's name, by the way. So yeah, about 6 months before we were supposed to get married, we were supposed to get married September 1st, 2023, we planned a trip with a bunch of friends to go to a music festival. We were big into music.
Yeah.
Traveled all over. It was a big part of our relationship.
That's what bonds me and Amanda together as well.
And the Ophelia's fam. But yeah, we were going to Envision Festival out in Costa Rica.
Okay.
It was like a 4 or 5. I don't even know at this point. Don't care. But we planned a 2-week vacation out of this shit with like a group of great friends, or who I thought were great friends at the time.
Okay.
Some of them still, are. But yeah, that was going to be kind of our last, hurrah before we got married.
Right.
He was older. He was 40 this year when I met him. He was younger, but he was going to turn 40 this year. But we were, ready to give up the festival scene, the whole scene in general, settle down and have kids. And I was kind of telling you that before, I never wanted kids. And he never wanted, he didn't even think he was ever going to get married. He was such a free spirit. Didn't think he'd want kids. And then when, like I said, you find that person and you're I know for my sake, I was like, I got to see what we can create. I got to see what's going to come out of this because we're both fucking awesome. But before that, I was like, no, I have no interest in any of that. And, he was on the same page. So we were ready to give all of that up. And unfortunately, after a horrible series of events, about day 3 or 4 in Costa Rica, I came out and saw him on the bottom of the pool of our Airbnb.
Holy shit. Yeah. And guys, this is my first time ever hearing this story.
It's a lot of people's first time.
And this is going to open a lot of eyes to a lot of people on why, grieving makes you act different sometimes. But, and it comes in different times.
Oh, it comes in waves,
And it
absolutely.
comes in waves. So a lot of the actions from Amanda could come from this. And
The way I am comes from this, and I have no shame about it.
yeah.
Because even before this and knowing him and our relationship is he made me who I am greatly today. And after all this shit that I experienced and have gone through with this experience and grieving, I can only help people.
Right.
And tell my story, which I hope this does, because, honestly, I have told this story to a few people.
Right.
And a few people, everything's always, you know how it is, pedophilia is, things get lost. But, I have, gotten close to a few people, tried to share this story, and then kind of been, hit in the face with, bullshit or, the same shit that I was opened up and vulnerable with them about. And that's all part of the grieving process and finding out who your fucking people are.
Right.
And it just sucks because it's painful.
Right.
But now I'm so thankful because it's gotten me to a great group of people that, I would have never met.
I'm grateful that you are vulnerable and you feel comfortable enough with me to be able to tell your story not only really to the world, but to my supporters, to my following, and not only them, but to me as well. Because again, you've never told me this story.
I've never told this story publicly like this.
Right.
And I've never told, I keep this story very close to my heart because, first of all, how do you just,
say it,
bring this up?
Yeah.
Secondly, a lot of people don't get it, and that scares them away.
Right.
And I'm not trying to do that with anybody, and it's just, we'll get into the details probably at a different episode or later.
Yeah.
But, it's just...
This is not last.
Oh, no, you cannot fit all of this into one episode.
But, yeah, no, I totally understand.
But anyway...
So, you found him at the... Sorry to bring it back up, but...
No, it's okay. Like I said, I want this to kind of be therapeutic as well, because I haven't been able to talk about this a lot, and, a lot of people don't even know how to ask about it.
Right,
and
it's
I know. Hard to bring up.
Which is why I'm letting, the questions. I don't have no written down.
No, we did absolutely nothing to prepare for this.
And we told each other. We told each other. Ooh, excuse me, I burped. We told each other we weren't going to prepare for this because we wanted it to.
I'd have a whole panic attack. I already did.
We both did. We both did. But we wanted this to be the most raw and vulnerable thing that we have done. Because if we would have had said, oh, let's write this question down or let's write that question down, we both would have been like, No,
that's not our style.
You seen the last episode, guys. You seen what I did. I went out on a limb.
So we may go off topic, but we are just, this is very all natural.
It's natural. But yes.
Coming as it comes.
It is.
So yeah.
You found him at the bottom of the swimming pool outside.
I walked out of the Airbnb and looked down in the pool, and there he was, laying there. I jumped in the pool automatically, obviously, and pulled him to the side and was yelling for help. At that point, there was 2 Costa Rican cops there that were just sitting there looking. Didn't help in the slightest, just staring at me like I was insane. Luckily, my best friend's boyfriend was there, and he heard me, and he came over, and he helped me take him out of the pool. And, I knew he was dead, obviously, but I jumped on top of him, and I tried to give him CPR. And
as any person would do in a situation like that, especially if it's
all
your
while
loved
being
one.
stared at by the cops, by law enforcement, by people that are supposed to help and protect you. Yeah, but that memory still haunts me. of trying to give him CPR and just hearing the water squish around in his body and his lips being purple. And, then I just collapsed on top of him and laid in his arms for as long as I can remember until my friend took me away. But my next coming to moment after that, I was somehow able to pass out for a few hours, was coming back out and there being a bunch of Costa Rican, judges, DAs, lawyers, I don't even know. Like I said, we were literally in a foreign country on top of a mountain in a jungle. Like, you had to have four-wheel drive to get up there. You had to have an SUV. Like, it was very, very hard to find.
Okay.
So, I wake up and, I think I'm seeing people that are there to help me. And the next thing I know, me and my friends that were there, because only 3 other people and me were at the house while this happened. Everybody else was at the festival. They put handcuffs on us and put us in the back of a cop car and put us in a Costa Rican jail cell for 14 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's definitely a whole experience in itself.
So, what time of day was, like, when you noticed him?
Well, I don't want to get into that detail at this point. We'll try and stick with the grieving at least.
Right.
I definitely did get off topic there.
No, that is totally fine.
But
sorry to hear that.
No, and thank you. But it just feels good to talk about.
Right.
Honestly.
I'm glad that
like
you are able to, finally let out majority of what you are comfortable with getting out.
Absolutely. And I appreciate it. I appreciate,
yes.
I've actually been wanting to write a book or do something like this. And I'm an artist. I've been creatively blocked since all this happened. So you're really helping me.
Be on the lookout for her book. I will do my best, my hardest to keep you guys updated on this book, because that book has to come.
I know. It's time. Like I said, I'm finally starting to 3 years. I'm finally starting to talk about this publicly and open up about it and be more vulnerable because, dude, I've been in fight mode for the past 3 years.
It's not that me personally, you are one strong as human being.
Yeah.
Because if I can't even, let me just say this. I can't even say what I would have done if I found my significant other, my fiance, at that point, in that situation. I don't know. I mean, of course I'm going to jump to, emergency mode, rescue, try to do what you can. But, like you said, at that moment, you had already had that feeling. You had already knew. I don't know what I would have done. And the fact that you were able to just keep your mind focused on trying to save him and do whatever you can.
You're going to be
No.
No one's ever said that to me or looked at it like that. And that's one thing I struggle with a lot, is that I wasn't able to save him. So the fact that was one of the first things that you said, that all happened and you wouldn't know what you were going to do. But the fact that I did, I harp on myself about that shit.
Don't. Because I'm going to say this again, because if you already had in your mind, just by assessing the situation, just from walking out of the building and looking at the pool, you already in your mind, like you said, before you even said what you did, you had already knew what the situation was that he was already gone. But you still did what you did. It's okay. It's okay. You want me to?
It's okay.
You still did what you did. You could have just called. You know what I mean? You could have just called. A lot of people would have. And I can't say a lot of people because everybody is different. Some people would have just immediately called. Some people would have done what you did, jump in. that's the natural reaction to jump in no matter what. You did that. And once you seen him and you already knew he was gone, you could have just been like, it's too late. There's nothing we can do. But your love prevailed. Your love prevailed, and your not only your love, but your kindness prevailed. Because just from the amount of time I've known you, if that was even just a regular person, I know you would have done that. It's just in our hearts. You know what I mean? But you took your energy, your love, and everything in you and tried to bring him back. Even though in your mind, it's too late. So don't harbor yourself because at that moment you knew that you couldn't do nothing. But you still did what you had to do in your mind. I can do something. Let me help. I don't know what I would have done. I I'm gonna just say I probably would have bugged out. Like that's like what do you mean?
No, definitely.
Like how where was like I would go into thinking mode like where was you at? Like where was nobody seen it? Like nobody seen anything. So the fact that you didn't even yell at anybody like in a way of like bugging or spazzing because a lot of people do that. They start to look at other people like, well, what did you do? Or what did you see? Or nobody was here. You didn't care about none of that. You just
Thank you,
jumped.
dude.
No,
I really, really, really appreciate you saying
no, because that comes from the bottom of my heart.
that. Thank you.
Like, and again, just hearing this story, it touches me because I don't know if I was in that. Like again, I said I don't know what I would do if I was in that situation. Like that is.
I hope and pray that
I
you
hope.
and nobody I know is ever in that
Because
situation.
that is very horribly to just see.
Oh, like
Or-
PTSD, the nightmares, and that's why I kind of got on you about hearing your aunt and like treasuring that because
Yeah.
I haven't. There's been such a block. I
Yeah.
don't have. He doesn't come to me. I don't have dreams. The
Right.
only dreams that I've had have been nightmares.
Right.
Because I'm still, and we'll get into it more, and still such an unknown of what happened, and I'll never know. And
Right.
and that's so I have, like I said, all these guilts with you about doing the best I can.
Right,
So in the
right.
back of my head, I'm like, is he mad at me? Like, is that why he's not coming to me? Like, and the fact that your aunt is like just love
It took
that.
it took a couple weeks because I'm not really one of those. There's different people in this world. There's people. There is no normal person in this world, and we're going to say this now.
Fuck normal.
Normal doesn't exist. Okay. But there are different people in this world. What people are considered normal, and then there's people with their gifts. Some people can speak to ghosts or the dead. On a regular day, they could just sit there and talk to them. You know what I mean? And then there's people who can't.
I believe in that shit heavily.
I do too. Certain days it never happens to me. So the fact that I just like, and I had wild dreams before that too. Like, I'm gonna say that on camera. That could be for a different day. We could talk about our dreams one day.
Yes, we can have a whole episode on that.
We could definitely do that. But it just came out of nowhere, and she just showed up. And I've heard stories of like my mom telling me she's seen her great aunt or somebody, and just different family members and friends. And sometimes the wind chimes are going. I love that.
It's Lou.
I love that.
Is Lou.
Sometimes I would think, oh, you're going crazy because you talk about you seen a bright light like in the corner. That's how the story typically goes when somebody comes to you.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that literally is what happened to me. Like I'm in dead sleep. And you go from one dream to another.
So Sleep is wild.
Sleep is wild. You never know what kind of dreams you're gonna have. So that's the good thing about what happened. I'm sleeping. I don't even know what the dream before it was, but I'm laying in my bed, and the way I'm laying, I'm facing towards like my closet, and the door was slightly open, which is weird because I'm laying exactly how everything was set up.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I was awake.
Those are the best.
I
ones.
had the light in the laundry room on. We leave that light on. I'm just laying there, fans going. I'm just watching videos on Facebook because that's what I normally do to go to sleep and watch crime videos. But I just see this bright light, and I sometimes to myself be like, did you even really see that, or are you just making this up? Because I've never really had a story like, yeah, I see shadows and ghosts like walking by or shadows walking by and stuff like that, but something like this I've never been through. It was just a bright light, and
So don't question that shit.
I'm not. I'm not, but I am, but I'm not. She walked out, and there's like a little beanbag right there in the room, and she sat right there. It was low, so I was shocked myself. But like, I never really detailed this dream, so you were the first person to actually.
I am honored.
But she sat on the beanbag, and we actually had a lengthy conversation. I don't even know how long it was. I didn't count the time. And in the dream, I'm not even looking at my phone anymore.
No,
like,
there is time is an illusion anyway. Like especially in a dream.
So I'm like, we're talking.
Take it all
and
in.
She's like, just keep going. I promise you, you are going to do great, and just keep going. And I'm like, well, I don't know, because I put myself through so much where I don't know. Even now, like recording this, I'm like, is this even gonna make it? But it's not even that. It's just I just want it to go. Like I want everything to push, but I'm putting a timetable on everything, which
You can't do that.
you can't.
And who cares about this even making it? I honestly,
It
first of all,
great.
it's going to
It's
because
going
this
to.
is great content.
It is.
But I feel like at this point, and before coming into it, that this was more for me and you.
Right, and you did say that multiple times. It's just more of a self-criticizing thing, even with the like modeling. I often tell myself I can't do it.
We are our own worst enemies.
And it's not that I can't do it, it's more like I lack the creative. I lack just having a concept. The photo, like I have a photographer, shout out to Stephanie. I'll put her link down there if anybody ever wants a photo shoot with her.
You're also sitting next to one.
And I am. And you can come up with ideas if you can. We can do something.
And that's why I love that you're still able to be so creative, because I went to art school. Like that's what I focused in. I love photography. I love painting.
Yeah.
But I was like, Lou didn't even want me to work. He wanted me to just focus on my art and be creative. And I have not been able to fucking be creative since that motherfucker died.
Can I be the...
And I think we could help each other out.
Can I be the first one to pull you out of that?
Absolutely. I already have my camera bag out finally. Tim's helped a little bit in that aspect. Shit's charging. I'm like, I'm ready.
So, be on the lookout from a photo shoot from Amanda.
Right.
I got to help you. I'm glad
You already are.
I'm glad we're helping each other right now.
We love that. That's what fam's all about.
It is. And like I'm gonna go on a little rant from what you said. Fam is like that. Family is not only who you are born with.
It's definitely not who you're born with.
Family is who you choose to be around your circle. I can't even hear myself right now. My earphone fell out, but
I hear you, and it's good. It is. It's who you find along the way, and you choose to call and bring that in and treat like family. And that can be so much stronger, and most often is. I hate to say that. Sorry, fam. We love you to death, but
I definitely do.
The ones we choose, they often
stab you in the motherfucking back in the end.
No, that's your real family.
Even those too sometimes. But your family is who, like she was saying, you choose them. in your heart, you know, deep down, it may not, some people after a day, some people after a month, some after 2 years, 3 years, whatever. It's never a timetable on that, but it's who you choose to, who you are more comfortable around.
Yeah, whose vibe you're attracting and who shows up for you.
And who gravitates to you as well.
Yeah, that's the vibe thing. Like,
yeah.
Your vibe attracts your tribe. So corny, but so fucking true. Like, if you think I'm weird or you don't, bye. I'm okay with that because there's so many other people that are here for it and that I can be weird as fuck with and I get it.
And
case in point.
But being weird is great. We love it. I'm weird.
I'm weird.
I'm glad that you are the first guest because now I'm gonna look at this like we're always hanging out. Like whoever I'm with is always hanging out, and that's and she.
I can't even believe this is our first like actual one-on-one hangout.
It really is, and I love it.
And I love how off topic we've gotten off of everything. But I think this is such a good first episode for you because it opens up the door for a lot of shit.
So much more, and and
clearly I'll be a regular speaker.
She definitely will. Because not only is it going to be a podcast on like just one-on-one sit-downs or multiple people, but we will have fun challenges and games.
Ooh, we love games.
So, you know, I don't want to spill anything, but I do have some things in mind. You know, there's also there's mics that we could put on our shirts for multiple people to record. I plan on getting a higher tech.
Oh no, you'll definitely grow. You don't even see the setup right now.
You don't.
It's ghetto and bougie.
It is. But it's working, and you guys are gonna love it.
Yeah, it is, and it's only going up from here.
But I am.
Should we go back to how long have we been doing this?
It's been an hour.
No.
Well, we will go back, but yes, I am MP. Not MP. That is a horrible thing to say. Sorry, guys. I'm lighting up a blunt. I don't know.
Yes, like that.